Howdy y'all, welcome to Air Gun Sunday. Well, we're gonna do some more testing with the pistol. For those that haven't seen before, this is actually gonna probably be part 3, I think it is. We took my pistol that I had converted to a carbine, switching it back to a pistol, and changing it from 22 to 177. So we're trying to get it tuned now. So in the last video, you've seen me shoot it and get it up to about where I wanted it. I said that I needed to change the port, so I went from 86, I believe it was 86, 89 to a 116, and definitely improvement. I've already shot it a little bit to get it adjusted, so I don't have to do that on camera. But it basically only had to go in 2 rounds on the adjuster, versus the other one I had to go in like 5 or 7 turns, something like that. So we're going to test it here and see if we need to go up some more on it. But got a 2200 psi feel. We got a target at 30 yards, and we're going to shoot until we see it doing something, you know. See if there's any kind of an arc to the or bell curve to the shot string. .656. You probably shot an inch low. .642. So we're just gonna have to shoot until we see what happens. I don't know what shot count's gonna be or anything. But before, we had pretty much here going straight downhill on shot on the velocities. .653. Seems to be rising a little bit. .646. Actually kind of holding there, ain't it? .672. There it kind of rised. All right, I'm gonna cut y'all here. I don't want to bore y'all with all these shots. I don't know how many shots I'm gonna get. Not a bad little group going there. I would say maybe 3/4 of an inch. So, all right, I'm gonna do 5-shot groups at targets down there, and watch the chronograph, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, I think we might have found the tune right off the bat, or second try anyway. It says started with a 2200 psi feel. It started out just about 650 or so. You've seen it on the video there. We missed 2 shots on the second group, so I shot 35 shots, which really surprised me. So I was expecting maybe 20, but we ended up, I shot all 25 out of my pellet tray here, had to reload it, and then I shot 10 more out of it. I probably could have stopped at 5, but just wanted to see what it was doing. Anyway, we got 33 shots. This, let me go back here. We started at 656, and actually the next shot was 642. Then it started climbing. By shot 10, we were pushing the 700, close to it. Well, at shot 10 it said 699, but then it dropped to 690, then back up to 698. Then we started hitting the 700s, 714, 705, 705, 706, 719, 710, you know, so right in that area. So basically from shot, let's call it shot 8 at 684 to shot 28 at 680. So we got pretty good little bell curve there. I'll do a graph like I did before on the JTS and show you what's going on with it. But I think that's going to be my tune right there. Hitting 715, that's putting me what, 11 and a half somewhere, maybe a little less, maybe about 11 foot-pounds. That's close enough for me. Groups, as long as I did my part, grouping pretty good at 30 yards. So let me get the target there and let's take a look at it. All right, here's the first target I was shooting at. Hold the crosshairs dead on. It was shooting right here. That's 5 shots. Moved over here and I held up, pardon me, I held up a mil dot just to, you know, so it'd be on the dots better. That's 5 shot group. Then I moved over here. That's a 5 shot group. Moved over here. I had 2 or 3, I can't remember exactly now, right there, and I freaking held over for some reason. I held the wrong mil dot and I shot up there, so I blew that group, but the rest of them were right there. Then I moved down here, still holding 1 mil dot over, and it started, that's when it was starting to rise up, the higher velocity. So that's a 5 shot group. And then back to holding a 1/2 mil dot over, 5 shot group. It's like, okay, well actually that's 6. I shot 6 on that target by accident. And then I went down and stuck me another pasty on it because I only had 6 just to shoot the next 5, total of 5 rounds. Like say there's one here that's 6 there, so one of those should have been here, but you can see they started dropping, boom 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 boom. So definitely got to keep it up there around 680. All right, I'll do a graph at this point, so I insert it here. Okay, here are the numbers, and we obviously started at 656 and it kind of went down and back up a little bit. Then it started at 672 and started rising. Technically shot 8 and 9 wasn't recorded, and that was kind of a critical one because 680 is kind of what I'm looking 4, I guess. I don't know. If we'd have known what those two numbers are, we might be able to add a couple shots to this string that I'm going to show you here on the next chart. But basically, we had a low of 597, high of 719, the average was 682. Extreme spread was 122 and the standard deviation was 30. Well, I mean, obviously it got killed because of these right here when you add all that in there. So let's go to the next chart. Now this was shot 28 to shot 8 to 28, 21 shots right there. The average was 702, the high 719, the low was 680. Extreme spread of 39 with a standard deviation of 11. And that's not too bad there. Like I say, if we might have been able to add 2 more shots on here if we knew what shot 8 and 9 actually was, because this is technically shot 10 here. So, but that's what we're going to shoot for, is this right in here. So what we'll do next is start with like a 2100 PSI field instead of a 2200 and record that data and see if we can get 21 shots, 22 shots, whatever we get. Hopefully we can find like a 680 starting point and a 680 stopping point, and that's kind of what should do me what I want to do. The point of impact doesn't change much in those velocities. All right, back to the regular video. All right, so I think we did awesome. You know, pat myself on the back. Maybe it was my shirt, you know. We're sporting my Tom Gaylord Godfather of Airgun shirt. Maybe that's brought me luck, you know. Y'all ain't never read any of his material, go over to Pyramid Air, you know, on the blog over there, and he's got a lot of information. Y'all never read any of his stuff, man, you ought to. He's about to, I think he's about to retire is what I've been hearing. So if you don't want any information on guns, that he's the one to look it up. If it's a air gun out there, he's probably shot it. So anyway, super happy with what's going on so far. So now we can go in and do the finished touch-ups that I want to do, and I want to do few more experiments on it. I don't know if I'll post the videos on it or not, but you know, I want to try this stock versus the wood stock, see if there's a difference. Shooting off the bipods, you know, the sticks, see how I do, stuff like that. We gotta just start figuring out how to shoot this at anywhere from 10 to 35 yards. So you never know what you're going to shoot when you're at the field target matches. So we may need to end up with a new wheel on here. May even change my scope. I don't know. I don't want to go to a huge scope though. So anyway, drag this video out too long. Thanks for watching, everybody.